But intuition can kick in. I take it. But don't you have an override? Can you override it or no?
Yes.
There you go. You are a better person for yourself than anybody because you know yourself better, you know your abilities, you know the wisdom you have, right? And for God's sake, you have been coming to Satsang for this long. So you have accumulated quite a bit of a spiritual wisdom, right? So there shouldn't be any challenge for you. You can tackle this challenge what comes in your way. And if you choose to be, choice is yours. Remember, God gave you this life and He gave you all the abilities inside you. Look at somebody who are handicaps, somebody who are blind, somebody who are deaf, somebody who are mentally very insecure, you know. I have seen even people who are handicapped, and they have turned themselves around. And you may have watched on the TV or somebody news, on how they did it. People who had a cancer and they actually cure the cancer. If the doctor has given them only 3 months and they went out of their way and they did research and they found and they could cure that cancer. So this is not just a story that you heard from somebody, but somebody who have done it, all those things. And I strongly believe that if you make up your mind, and I am myself, I have gone through those things, so I am a witness,
Mm-hmm.
If you make up your mind that, hey, I am going to make every effort possible to get myself better, Yes, I mean, cancer didn't happen just for no reason. Or any disease that you suffer is not because somebody gave it to you, It is something because of our own faults. Do you know why? Can you guess what could be our fault? No, nobody can guess. Your fault is because we give so much negative energy to ourselves. Do you agree? Sometimes you are depressed, sometimes you are nervous, sometimes you're full of stress, sometimes you feel hopeless. You know what I mean? Or helpless. You put yourself low key, So you are not giving a positive because you keep thinking I am sick, keep thinking that I can do it, keep thinking that, just going all the way to put yourself, punish yourself. You know what I mean? And it will happen. This is why the meditation is so good. Because meditation helps us putting a good information, good vibration, good energy into our subconsciousness. Everything gets stored in our subconsciousness. And that plays act. So whatever information, whether you are putting it in a consciously or unconsciously, even you are around the wrong people, will have an impact on you. Do you understand? If you associate with the wrong friends, who are alcoholic, who are drug addicts, or who are very negative, very, very negative, very low-key person, not very, pure vibration or good vibration, none of that. So you store all that, and this is what causes eventually that your body becomes sick. First gets sick here, then it transforms to the body. And it has been done so much research about this, and it's coming up more and more. So it is important that you keep your mind, do a smile a lot, laugh a lot. Have you heard the laughter is the best medicine?
Mm-hmm.
If the laughter is best medicine and that is free, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then why we have to pay thousands of dollars for the medicines, Huh? Even the doctor accept it, Doctor believe in it. So why we waste the money? So this is why we, not only just the laughter, but there are so many things that you can do to transform your being and make yourself very, very, very happy, very blessed. I truly, truly, truly feel blessed every day. And I don't have to repeat that and say it. I am living that, So I go on keeping myself very active with the natures. I do lots of gardening, and you can see all around the house a one person what can do. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
All the fruit trees I planted, every fruit trees that grows in Colorado, all the flowers. I love it. Is there anything wrong with that?
No.
Yeah, I don't. I love learning, even though 60, 70 years I have spent in learning, but I have not given up. I go on reading, learning. All the good things. But I see something not acceptable to me, I will immediately reject it. Somebody will tell me something, and what you call gossiping and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I will stay there, hang around I don't want to be rude to them, But I completely unheard it. Why is that? I don't let it. That's soak in me. Because you have a choice. You cannot let anybody else control your life. I don't even let God control my life, forget anybody else. Yeah? I live the way I want to live. I enjoy the way I want to enjoy it. 5 children, their spouse, and 10 grandchildren, one on the way. And look at goes on. I can sit down and spend all day in complaining about things that I didn't like about this grandkid, that grandkids, or this my son's wife, or that daughter's husband. If I don't like it, I just forgive him, forget it. This world is not going to run according to you. You know what I mean? Your children cannot run according to you. Your spouse cannot run according to you. What else will be? So if you hope this world will get better, then you will get better. Never going to happen. Take it. If you want me to write and sign it for you, I will give you that. But it's not going to happen. If I am a better, whole world is better. If I am a good, whole world is good. That makes sense? If you are a good, then there is nothing wrong nowhere. What Trump is doing, what other person is doing, what Modi is doing, I don't worry about those. I doesn't mean that I don't listen to the news. I do. But I listen, got the information, done. And whatever I don't want to take it, I ignore it, take the one I needed. When you go to pick a rose, don't you have a thorn around you? You want to play with the thorn or pick the rose? What would you like to do? Or be scared, oh my God, I'm not going to pick the rose because there are so many thorns out there. So many of them. Would you like that? No. You just have to be a little careful. Do you know when Ramakrishna gave a very good example? Have you heard of the jackfruit? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When you go to pick the jackfruit, there are so much things comes, gooey stuff, and gets all over your hand. He said that then what the smart people do, rub oil on your hand, and then they pick the jackfruits. So that gooey stuff doesn't get it on the hand. So this is the reason that God has given us wonderful, wonderful brain. Again, the brain cannot tell you what to do and decide what is wrong, right? It is you. You decide what is wrong and right. Brain just plays what you put it in. Sounds right? Yes? No? Mm-hmm. Would you like to sing another song?
Sure.
Let's see if you sing some Hindi song. Yeah?
Let's see what we know. We did have that chant we haven't sang forever.
Which one?
I'm trying to remember where it is.
Milta, yeah, that one? Milta hai sacha sukh.
Krishna Deva Vasudeva.
Yeah, we can sing that.
That's 31.
Krishna Deva Vasudeva Narayana Krishna Deva Vasudeva Narayana Govinda Gopala Vasudeva Narayana Govinda Gopala Vasudeva Narayana Murli Mohan Vasudeva Narayana Murli
Murali Mohan Vasudeva Narayana Hare Hare Narayana Hare Hare Jai Narayana Hare Hare Narayana Hare Hare Jai Narayana Hare Hare Krishna Kesava Vasudeva Narayana Hare Hare Krishna Kesava Vasudeva Narayana Hare Hare Narayana Hare Hare Jai Narayana Hare Hare Narayana Hare Hare Jai Narayana Hare Hare Vishwarupa Vasudeva Narayana Hare Hare Vishwarupa Vasudeva Narayana Hare Hare Narayana Hare Hare Jai Narayana Hare Hare Narayana Hare Hare Jai Narayana Hare Hare Krishna Deva Vasudeva Narayana Hare Hare Krishna Deva Vasudeva Narayana Hare Hare Narayana Hare Hare Jai Narayana Hare Hare Narayana Hare Hare Jai Narayana Hare Hare.
Very nice. Nice song. Use your mind to think positive thoughts. Use your eyes to see beauty that life has to offer. Use your heart to feel love around you. And use your life to be kind to someone, one in the need. You see that? So always, we have a choice, right? Use your mind to think positive or use your mind to think negative, right? When you think positive, there is a secretions in your brain that is called endorphin. Endorphin is the good juice, the happy juice. And if you think negative, what kind of secretion you will get? Think. If you are worrying about something, what kind of message you are giving to the brain? Hey, leave me alone. Right? Even though we know this is not good. When you are angry, your blood gets so hot. And you burn a lot of that blood. It boils the blood. Your blood pressure gets acted. So even though we know that anger is not good, but we still get angry. We very well know what is wrong, what is not right. We know that. But we keep doing it. It's like if somebody is drunk who doesn't have control over himself. Somebody drunk thinking negative, right? They keep thinking, no matter what you will say, they keep doing it, repeating it. Guess what? Who suffers the consequences? They themselves suffer. So the real gift of life is to think positive, be good. If you are not good to yourself, you are not going to be good to anybody. If you don't love yourself, you are not going to love anyone. That makes sense? If you are not happy, the people who will come around you will not be happy either. So we are spreading the poison. That's called poison. You are creating more poison to yourself. And that poison has to go. Just like you eat, you have to get the food out, isn't it? This is why we go to the toilet in the morning. Some people go twice. Some people go one time. Some people don't go. Have you seen that? 2 days they have not gone. What do you think that will do to their system? The nature makes us that when you eat, you have to go to the toilet, get rid of that junk, that toxin, right? When you drink water, you have to go urinations, whether in 1 hour or 2 hours, you have to go get rid of it. Similarly, when you breathe, you have to breathe out. You cannot just breathe in. Have you seen anybody just breathe in, don't breathe out? Nobody does that. But how strange that is, that people think negative, think bad things, worries, lying, hypocrisies, anger, frustrations, stress, anxiety, they hold it inside. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
They could be there too. It's not just them, they could be also. But do you think that's a good thing to do? Shouldn't be out, just like you urinate, just like you go poop, just like you breathe out, If you don't breathe out, you will die. You breathe in and you hold it and don't breathe out, you will die. So the same way we are giving a death to ourselves. Cells in your brains, cells in your nervous systems that cause the memory loss, cause all sorts of problems. You feel not good. You feel like tired, exhausted. You feel like sickly, So this is very, very important. I guess we all know that, but we keep doing it. Just like alcohol, they know it is not good for them, but they just have to have that back. It disturbs their sleep, it disturbs their health, like a drug addicts. This is the truth. It is said that if you don't eat the food as a medicine, then you have to eat the medicine as a food. Have you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they eat food not as a medicine. They eat to enjoy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of? They keep going to the restaurants, so many, or different restaurants. more food, more. And in the restaurants, they don't cook very natural, very healthy food. Isn't that right? Is that true or no? Some restaurant maybe very health conscious. There was only one restaurant on the Colorado Boulevard near the Target. There used to be the old one. It's called the Harvest House or health food restaurant. Even that doesn't exist anymore.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Yeah. I remember went a few times. One time I saw the governor of Colorado, governor, after Lime, what that was. He went to California. So he came also in the restaurant. And my daughter, Lalita, was with me, And he looked at her. Is that your daughter? I said, yes. Oh, she is so cute. I said, thank you. So I forgot his name, but I saw him in health food restaurant. So it's very important. Life is not about being rich, being popular, being highly educated, or being perfect. It is about being real, being humble, and being kind. How many of you agree that?
Mm-hmm.
Parents these days, they teach the kids, you have to go to college. You have to be smart. You have to be engineer. You have to be doctor. Or you have to be a businessman. Right? A lot of parents, especially Indian parents I'm talking, they push them very hard. But you never find that any parent says you have to be a good man, a good lady. You have to be good, nice to yourself, good to yourself. Do what you like. I never ask any of my children never ask me either, I never said them, yes, you should be a doctor or engineer or this and that. They all choose their own. I give them freedom. This is their life, and they're smart enough to decide what. And some of them, I had a friend, he was a lawyer here in Denver. His father forced him to be a lawyer. He was from New York. And his father had a big timber factory. I forced him. And he became lawyer. He was not very happy, very miserable. Finally, he quit. And then he went into some other line. So what good? So this is very important. The life is not about being rich. A lot of people work very, very hard to be rich, to buy all the material things they could buy. Fancy car, fancy house, fancy dress, fancy suit, fancy lot of travel, all these. But have you ever found the one happy person who have done all those things? They may be happy for short times. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
They may be happy for short times, but they are not always happy. You want to be always happy, always calm, always peaceful. You enjoy your life, doesn't matter whether you are poor or rich. A poor enjoy the life more than the rich people. Do you know how? Yes. Nobody's answering. Okay. All right, be that way.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% if that's necessarily true.
Not?
It's not easy to be poor. I mean, are there poor people who are happy? Yes. But I don't know if poor people are better off than people with money. So it would be hard for me to answer that.
You are on the same boat?
It reminds me of when I used to go to work in an area of town that was low income. Generally speaking, population was just low income, and I would notice how they interact with each other, quite neighborly, and just enjoying more of the simple things. There are a few that would get out of hand, but in general, the interaction, and like you said just a little while ago, one of the keys of life is keeping it real, and that's what it seemed to me was going on. So that was just a observation.
Yes. And the reality is that happiness is not really outside.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot buy the happiness by the money. You cannot buy a peace of mind by the money. That makes sense? The peace, just like you sleep in the night, are you unhappy? Are you not peaceful? You don't even know where you are, right? You don't have any of this house or mansion or all this. Even the mansion people, they don't know they have a mansion. All these things, in spite, if people might be the mansion people, they might not have a good sleep. You know, those who have a huge mortgage, and that will keep them awake in the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people who have big bank balance, they will be scared of the IRS to go after them and get their money, taxes. In India, a lot of people are afraid, because some thief will come and rob them, take their money, So all those kind of fears that you take it. But yes, Kabir, one time the Kabir, the king of the, the East, West, what do you call the Muslim countries, they came, he became a disciple, he was king. And he says, Master, I don't feel right that I have so much money and live kingly, and here is my guru, my master, who gave me this wonderful gift, and he lives in a hut. Let me build a nice house for you. I can do that, I have enough. And what it says? Kabir said, no. I don't need that. I am very, very happy in the hut. His wife was there, his son was there. And what Kabir says, Man lago mero yar fakiri mein. Oh my friend, my mind is love being a fakir. Fakir means moneyless. Jo sukh paaye Ram bhajan mein, the joy that I experience in remembering the holy name of God or the Ram. So sukh nahi hamine mein. That happiness is not in the wealth or have that such happiness the rich people, wealthy people don't find it. Bhale bure sabka sun lejo. A lot of people look at this Kabir. He lives in a hut. He makes the clothing, he was a Julaha, he made the clothings, what you guys call it?
Weaver.
Weaver. Weaver. Yeah. Look at him. And he's so poor. He doesn't even have a little house, nice house. So, कर गुजरान गरीबी में मन लागो मेरो यार फकीरी में. Those who have found the inner happiness, the real happiness, they don't need external luxury. I'm making sense? So, life is not about being rich, being popular, people go for name and fame. What is that? That satisfies maybe for the ego, for time being, And the more popular you become, you want to be even more popular. More rich you are, want to be more richer, right? And that more takes away a lot of your time and energy and worries and all that. Your real nature is calmness. You have put a mask of restlessness, the agitated state of your unconscious, resulting from stimuli of feeding you are not that mask. You are pure, calm spirit. It is time to you to remember who you are, the blessed soul, a reflection of the spirit. Take off the mask of feeling, face yourself. That was Yogananda. So your real nature is calmness. So if that real nature is calmness, peace, joy, being kind, being loving, being generous, why all these other nature comes in? We picked it. It was not our nature. We picked it. Due to our association with the wrong people. Even some family members. Some family will load all those things on your subconscious. They will train you. You have seen a lot of movies of that, and you can see how it changes the people. So, the Trump is one good example of that, And another one is a Musk, right? Is that making sense? And see? And they both are filthy rich. Trump is billionaires. Yeah? So you see how their life is. It just shows their life in front of us. And we can see what is the art there, why this life is this way. And we can take that case study and study that. Right? So, our soul, when it manifests in its full glory, your soul has become a prisoner of your mind, prisoner of your ego, prisoner of your senses. You have put him in the cage and you are acting from this head, from this mind. So most of the decision you make throughout the day is coming from where? Coming from the soul or coming from the mind?
Mind.
From mind. So how can you experience yourself, your inner self, your spiritual self, the spirit, the Holy Spirit of God? How can you experience? How can you be connected? We don't have a time for it. We are too busy being outward, extrovert. So once you start being introvert, and this is why meditation is so good, connects you with your soul. And then, have you seen the onion when you keep peeling and peeling and peeling? What happens? The same thing when your mind, all those things are peeled out. Your lust is gone, your ego is gone, your what is called desire is gone, envy is gone, jealousy is gone, right? Your greed is gone. All those things started to cleaned out. What will they stay there? Yes? Is that obvious?
Mm-hmm.
Lust, greed, ego, attachment. Oh my God. Especially the attachment. That is the worst thing. That is the worst thing. Even if you are attached to this body, that is not going to make you happy. That makes sense? Attachment means completely, this is called the, what do you call it? There is a name for it. Vairagya. Have you heard that word? Vairagya? Alex, Vairagya means renunciation. Now you understand what renunciation is?
Mm-hmm.
Renunciation means you renounce everything. You are in it, but you are out of it. Can you be like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like it says that if the boat is in the water is okay, but what happens if the water gets in the boat? What will happen?
Sink.
It will sink. Sinking is a comfortable feeling? Yes.
No.
The more miserable you are, the more confused you are, the more unhappy you are, you have to take it that you are, the world is inside you and you are drowning into that. You are drowning in the midst of the Maya, the midst of attachment, midst of desire, midst of ego, midst of emotions. And when you are drawn in that, there is no chance. So when you're drawn into the river, what to do? I remember one time I was drowning. I was a little boy. I went to my maternal grandparents' house. And we as kids, I just went to the river. And the river was flowing like 5 minutes from there. And I went there. And at that time I was not knowing how to swim. And I went in the middle, and the wave came and took me. And I said, uh-oh, today's the day I got to go. And so somehow I started like a child. And doing that, and the wave finally pushed me out on the side. I said, I better learn how to swim. Otherwise I would have gone. So, you see, That's what happened. You have to know how to swim, then you can get out of this. And then your life will start becoming happier. Then when somebody asks you, they don't have to even ask you. They will know how happy you are, how peaceful you are, how calm you are, how good you are. Yeah. And that glow will come on your face. You can see the morning or fawning, what you call the person, and the person who has cheerfulness, smile, happy. Can you tell them?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell or not? Yes. That glow comes. And especially with the meditation, glows comes, and even doing the Kapalbhati. Kapal, this is called Kapalbhati, means light. And when you do the Kapalbhati, your face lighted. Shines. Let's put it this way. And when your face shines, people will know, people will see it, and you will feel better. Bless you. You will feel better. So it's very important that we should, if you want to be happy, then you gotta do it. But you don't care. Some people, they love their misery. That's okay. You love your misery, go ahead. If you want, I can bring some more. Well, you don't need a help, right? You don't need to help them. They already are there. They choose to be, So that is truly, it's your choice. You can make a smart makes a good decision. You don't even have to be a smart to make a good decision. It just happened because you know what is right for you, isn't it? You don't have what do you call? There is a word American use quite a bit. What do you call it? Great scientist or great what? There is a word for that.
Genius.
Oh, like a rocket science?
Rocket science. Yes. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to be happy. It's so simple. It's so easy. So thank you very much. Let's have prayer.
Thank you.